Hello, everyone, and welcome to Amara's Voice. I'm a teacher and an uplifter, which means I see people as already whole. I see them as vibrant, joyful, magnificent, and powerful. I see the source within them, which leads them to a powerful truth from within. I see them living in alignment with self, having such wonderful beliefs that make them stay in their joyful, natural element. Today, I'm pondering being in my element. There are days I can feel it in my body, the difference between forcing life and flowing with it. The difference between trying to control everything and simply allowing. That difference is my element. I know you've heard me say several times, I'm in my element. I say it in my introduction every time. When I'm in my element, it means I'm in alignment with myself. It means my ego and self are in total agreement, working together in harmony like they're supposed to. It is my joyful, natural state. Not something I earn, not something I hustle toward. It's something I return to. We have practiced for many years thinking thoughts that are not pleasing to us, and over time, those repeated thoughts become beliefs. Beliefs we actually don't like, yet somehow we still believe. Many of you believe you are unworthy, many believe life is hard, many believe that this physical version of you is all there is, many believe other people must behave in certain ways for you to feel better. So many beliefs that quietly keep you out of your natural, joyful element. So many practiced perspectives that gently nudge you out of alignment. But here's something important. You are not actually changing your beliefs when you return to your element. When you came forth into this life, you already held beliefs that naturally placed you in alignment. There was a time when knowing was effortless. You knew you were meant to feel good. You knew well-being was supposed to flow. You knew you were magnificent, a creator. You knew this physical you was a focused projection of something much larger, the greater self that remains expansive beyond imagination. You knew the connection between you and you would always be communicated through emotion. You knew your emotions would indicate whether you were in line to your element or whether you were drifting away from it. You knew that focusing on what you wanted would make you experience joy. You knew it. Then gradually your focus shifted outward toward the beliefs of parents, teachers, workplaces, society, movies, news, commercials. You practiced those perspectives long enough that they began to feel like truth. But you can choose again. You can tap into the information you tucked away. And sometimes the only reason you cannot imagine a beautiful scenario when asked is because you have practiced imagining limitations more often. But you can choose again. You can say, I want to walk in the full knowledge of who I am. I want to reopen my connection with the source within me. I want to consciously understand how I create my reality. You don't need to go back to the beginning. You can start now and choose to feel good again. State what you want, then ask yourself gently, why do I want this? You want it because you have always wanted it. The desire did not suddenly appear. It was there when you came. That is why thinking about it feels expansive. That is why imagining it feels like relief. And that is when you are in your element. Being in your element is a return to default settings, a factory reset. Not becoming something new or someone new, but remembering who you were before you practiced forgetting. When you train your attention toward what is wanted and give it your undivided focus, you naturally return. In your element, you begin to understand something quietly profound. The you here is a focused extension of your inner being. The inner being, though we call it inner, is vast, expansive, and far greater than this physical perspective. Sometimes I call my inner being my outer being. Sometimes I realize that what I once called reality was a narrow focus. And when I soften into my element, I see more. In my element, I feel worthy. If the universe has aligned infinite scenarios so that I exist here in this time-space reality, then I must be worthy of being here. So I believe in my worth. I feel deserving of good things. How do you get into your element? You feel your way into it. Also, you feel your way out of it. Positive emotions put you right into alignment and you'll be in your element. Negative emotions separate you from self and put you out of your element. You can always know which way you're pointed basing on whether you're feeling good or at least trying to feel better. And yet all emotion is good, for it tells you which way you're pointing. So you're never off the path. You're on the path whether you like what you're manifesting or not. If in your element there is love, there is clarity, it feels free, it is fun, and it's joyful. I love being in my element. When I'm in my element, I feel my well-being flowing through me. I feel energetic and eager. I feel an all-knowingness rising quietly within me. I feel like dancing, singing, whistling. Things that feel good, feel really good and satisfying. When I wake up, it feels so good. When I go to sleep, I feel so good. It's so peaceful and calm. Meditation becomes nourishment. Answers unfold naturally instead of being chased. In my element, I feel abundant in wealth, in wisdom, in health, in clarity. I recognize that this feeling is the very essence of what I seek to experience in the future version of me I am projecting. And here, I have certainty that I'm becoming all things wanted. Because here, I know I create my own reality, and so I create. In my element, there is ease, passion, and enthusiasm. I flow downstream. Books sound like music. My children tickle me and we run around the house laughing. I feel clear-minded and empowered. Going to the gym becomes joyful because I understand it is not the weights that transform me. It is the thoughts I hold about my body that shape it. When I'm in my element, I know my own goodness, and I feel good about me. Gratitude flows effortlessly. I look at something and say, oh, wow, I'm so thankful for this. Then I'm thankful for that person. I'm thankful for this breakfast I'm having right now. Breakfast becomes sacred. Thank you, blueberries, I say. Thank you, strawberries. Thank you, eggs. Thank you for nourishing me. I love sitting here and just enjoying my breakfast. In my element, I feel limitless, strong and energetic. I embrace contrast. Even the annoying person becomes a thought indicator, an opportunity to gently redirect focus. When I'm in my element, I understand my experience is mine to share, and that gives me freedom. Appreciation becomes natural. My dreams guide me. Random moments teach me. In my element, I trust myself because I know the higher being projecting through me. I am happy because happiness feels good. No other reason. Feeling good feels really good. Food tastes richer. Laughter expands my chest. My muscles move easily. I feel calm and collected. In my element, I'm a focused creator. Ideas flood in. What if I can create this? What if I can experience that? Endless streams of possibility. Love becomes effortless because I recognize I am unconditional love. I feel connected to all things and everyone. I see others as reflections, versions of me, revealing something about me. Here, I am the queen of my universe. Chores feel lighter, clothes look better on me, limiting beliefs fall away easily. My skin glows, solutions come naturally, traffic becomes music time, or pondering time, or a moment to see a child laughing, and in their smile I witness the source within them reflected back to me. Annoyance loses its grip. I sense my largest self walking beside me. My imagination becomes a playground. I create joyful scenarios simply because it feels good. If I feel sleepy, I rest. If I need stillness, I take it. I do not multiply worry because I understand attention to worrisome thoughts creates more worry. In my element, I connect easily. Inspiration flows. Stories are living here with me. I know when to speak and when to remain silent. I know when to stay and when to leave. Everything in my element becomes more, it's like an enchantment. It reflects my beliefs back to me, everything. I release expectations of others and take responsibility for myself. Synchronicities unfold naturally. Calls arrive at perfect timing. Nudges from the inner being guide me. Friends come over to give me beautiful hugs when I need them. I am open and aware of my magnificence. And sometimes I'm not in my element, and that is okay. I have made peace with my being. For contrast is here for me to want more, to focus better. But every time I choose to return, life returns to me in kind. Alignment isn't about staying high, and it shouldn't be forced. It's about staying open. Before we close, it's important to remember that we are all different. Each of us carries a unique version of what being in our element feels like. What I've just shared is only a small expression of mine. Your element may look entirely different. It may feel quieter, wilder, softer, bolder, slower, faster. Let your own expectations train you. What are you reaching for? When you imagine yourself fully alive, fully aligned, what does that feel like? I'm not your guide. I'm simply a guide to your guidance. What is your inner being leading you toward? What feels blissful to you? Have you ever truly pondered it? Have you ever asked yourself, what do I really want? And have you allowed yourself to be specific? Because clarity is not selfish. Desire is not random. The clarity of your wanting is the doorway back to your joyful nature element. I'm Amara, and I'm pondering for the absolute joy of pondering. I love you all. Focus on feeling good. Bye.